Good day everyone, I'm Chalan Hamid and this is a case presentation about dengue. But before I start, I would like to apologize if the lower portion of this visual aid is not visible. I will just flash it on the screen para mas mabasya na siya. So, first is we have here our case. So, a 20-year-old male comes to the clinic with high fever, headache, muscle pain behind the eyes for 3 days. So, he was recently bitten by mosquito. So, exams shows temperature at 39 degrees Celsius and a mild skin rash, and as well as labs reveal that this patient has low platelets. So, let's dissect this case. Iisa-isahin natin siya. So, on the first statement, that this patient stated that he has high fever, headache, muscle pain behind the eyes for 3 days, which are all signs and symptoms of a dengue. So, paano natin siya mako-confirm that this patient has dengue nga? So, here, on the second statement, he stated that he was recently bitten by mosquitoes. So, this itself is a strong factor that this patient could have dengue. Bakit nga ba? Because mosquitoes are the carriers of the dengue virus. And then, as well as exam shows temperature at 39 degrees Celsius, which is high, it could lead to high fever na din. And then, and as well as mild skin rash, which is, again, signs of symptoms. Look here, we have here rashes. And then, labs reveal low platelets. So, ano nga ba ang platelets? Platelets is a blood cells that helps in stopping bleeding. Kapag mababa ang platelets ng isang tao is malaki ang risk na magkakaroon ito ng bleeding. So, doon tayo sa definition ng dengue. Dengue is a viral infection transmitted by Aedes mosquitoes causing fever and possible bleeding. So, what is this Aedes mosquitoes? These Aedes mosquitoes are mosquitoes that carries the dengue virus and they usually bite during the day. And then, doon na tayo sa signs and symptoms. Signs and symptoms of dengue is, first is high fever. Bakit nga ba nagkaka-high fever tayo kapag nagkakasikit, nagkakalagnat, or nagkaka-dengue? Reason, it is because our body is trying to fight off the infection, so our immune system reacts by raising the temperature up. So it indicates, hindi ibig sabihin na we have fever, we feel very hot, mataas ang ating temperature, is doon nag-cause ang ating sakit. No, it is simply because our body is trying to fight off the infection inside our system, which is a good sign. Next is we have the headache. So, bakit nga ba nagkaka-headache? It is because the infection due to the dengue virus, our body becomes inflamed. Nagkaka-inflammation tayo sa ating katawan. Especially sa brain or head area natin. So, that's why kapag may lagnat tayo or may dengue is, nahihilo tayo and mabigat ang ating ulo. Next is we have the retroorbital pain. So, what is this retroorbital pain? Itong retroorbital pain is the pain around or behind the eyes. So, paano to siya nagkakos? So, it is triggered due to tissues being irritated. Irritated, and kapag we move our eyes very much, kapag ganyan-ganyan, mas lalo itong sumasakit. Next is we have the muscle and joint pain. So, bakit nga ba? So, it is because the dengue virus affects the muscle and joint pain, causing strong body pain. That's why ang mga taong may dengue or may lagnat is they feel very much weak. And then we have here the rashes. Of course, the very, very obvious signs of dengue. We know, for me, dengue virus was introduced actually due to rashes. I know dengue as an infection of rashes. So it is because the tiny blood vessels under our skin becomes irritated and slightly damaged. That's why they appear red spot and sometimes patches on the skin. Lastly, again, is low platelets here. Again, low platelets is the blood cells that stops bleeding. So kapag again mababa ang platelets ng isang tao is malaki ang risk na magkaka-bleeding ito. So now, mag-move tayo sa ating next slide, next visual aid. I will just get it now. So now, let's continue. Again, I apologize for the visual aids, but don't worry. So first is we have the pathophysiology. So first thing is that the dengue virus infects immune cells. Papasok ito sa ating system through bites. So, and then, it will then infect our immune cells. What is this immune cells? These immune cells are our defenders against infection. So, and the next in line is that it releases cytokines. These cytokines are the chemical reactions during the infection. And then the next in line is that it increases blood vessel permeability. So this means the blood vessel permeability is how easily fluid can leak out of blood vessels, which will then lead to bleeding. So now let's proceed to management. First is hydration, oral or IV. So basically, this patients na may dengue is they are dehydrated. So to hydrate them, we need to give them a fluid through oral or IV, intravenous. Next is paracetamol for fever. So personally ako, if may lagnat ako, is I take paracetamol. And actually, paracetamol is the safest way to reduce the fever. Next is avoid NSAIDs or NSAIDs. So this NSAID stands for non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So we need to avoid drugs such as ibuprofen and as well as aspirin because this increases the risk for bleeding. Of course, mababa ng ating platelets. So kapag itetake pa natin itong NSAIDs such as ibuprofen and aspirin, malaki ang chances na magkakaroon tayo ng bleeding and we don't want that. Next is monitor platelets. And dito na nga, time to time we need to monitor our platelets kasi iwasan talaga natin itong mas bumaba pa lalo. Next is hospitalized if severe. If severe na ang symptoms, even from the start pa lang hindi pa siya severe, mas mabuti nang mag-seek ka na ng help sa hospital. Wag mo siyang ipag sa prayer because this dengue is not a joke. So next is lastly, we have our prevention. First is use insect repellent. So what is insect repellent? So insect repellent or sprays para sa mga insects or infestation sa ating house. Personally, I can't live without this insect repellent. I always have this in my room. Next is wear long sleeves. If alam mong madilim and may mga stagnant water on your home or places na pupuntahan mo, better na mag-sleeves ka, mag-pants, and as well as wear lotion para hindi ka makagat ng lamok. Next is remove standing water. Itong standing water or the stagnant water. Always observe and assess your home kapag may mga flower pots kayo. Di ba syempre kapag nagdidilig tayo, may mga pots talaga na napupunta ang water doon. So, dapat natin siyang ibuhos. And as well as sa canals, if ever may canal sa inyong house, assess, may mga open bottles, glasses, ibuhos natin ang water. Next is keep surrounding clean. The best prevention of all is keep surrounding clean. Cleaning actually is the bare minimum for all of us. So, always maintain cleanliness para maiwasan natin ang health issues kagaya nga nitong dengue. Next is use mosquito nets or what we call the mosquitero. Mosquitero itself is very helpful para hindi ka makagat ng lamok and as well hindi makapasok ang lamok sa inyong resting place kapag natutulog ka. I don't usually use mosquito nets or mosquitero, but the good thing is that I always have my insect repellent, which is again very important if ayaw mo mag-mosquito net. Next is vaccination if available. If there's available vaccination in your areas or even in hospitals, mas mainam nang magpa-vaccinate ka para maiwasan mo na talaga ang dengue. So that's all for my case presentation. Thank you for watching and I hope may natutunan kayo. Once again, I'm Chalen Hamid.